Sometimes cash just isn't coming in as fast as we need it to. Let's go through a few ways to manage cash flow inside Knowify when you're feeling the pinch. So we've been working through how to manage cash flow right here on the Knowify dashboard. There's a few things that we can take into consideration right from the dashboard. One of the things we can see is that we have quite a bit of bills that are overdue, but we have about 6,200-ish in bills that aren't due. If we're short on cash, one of the first things you'll want to do is review all of these payables and see if there's any non-essential expenses that can be pushed back. I've mentioned several times in a lot of videos that we talk about, many vendors will offer extended payment terms if you ask, and it never hurts to ask. So that's one thing to do to start. Let's look and see where we could get some payment terms extended or just push out anything that's not essential. Step 2 is we definitely want to accelerate collections. We saw in an earlier video on this subject as we've been walking our way through the dashboard that we have quite a few overdue invoices. I would say find out whose responsibility it is in your office, because sometimes we think other people are going to be taking care of that. So the first thing to know is whose responsibility is it to call and make these collections. If it's yours, if it's the office managers, if it's project managers on your team, know who that is and make sure that they're handling that responsibility. Make sure they know what the desired outcome is, which is how quickly we want these invoices to be collected, and make sure they know and have the right tools and resources so they know who they should contact and they know how to get a hold of that person. And also make sure that they have the resource of information from you as to like how often that contact should be being made. They may feel like they're bugging, but the truth is collections is just a normal everyday part of business activity. And to let them know it's okay to call with a set regular schedule and let them know what you think that schedule should be. And then step 3 of this process today is to use progress building. For example, right here on our dashboard, we have this job progress overview bucket that we haven't talked about yet in these videos. This is a good way to see where we are with our budget and how much has been invoiced and how much can be invoiced. So, for example, on building a power plant, we've invoiced 74.7% of the budget. We still have $33,000 to be invoiced. Instead of waiting, we might want to go ahead and get that invoice out the door. It depends on what contracts you have in place and what agreements you have in place with those clients. But progress billing is a really great way to stay on top of cash flow and to not be waiting until the very end of a job to pull all of that cash in. It's billing in stages, basically. In the next video, we're going to look at how to forecast your cash flow from right here on the dashboard in Knowify.